Hello everyone, welcome back to your online learning class, and in this video we are going to learn some more properties based on proportion. Now this exercise is going to be very easy if you remember these few properties of proportion. Okay, so let us see the first property. What is it? Invertendo. What do you mean by invertendo? We just take the invert of the given ratios. What is alternendo? Alternendo is just shifting C from the second ratio to the first ratio. So if we have A by B equals to C by D, we just shifting C in place of B and B going to C. We say A by C equals to B by D. What is componendo? Componendo is just adding the numerator of the you are just adding 1 to the ratio. So if I have A by B and C by D, we just add 1 on either side, so the whole part is equal. Okay, so if we add, we get A plus B by B and C plus D by D. This is a component. Okay, very simple. Similarly, what is dividendo? We subtract 1 from both sides and we get A minus B by B equals to C minus D by D. So this is just A by B minus 1 equals to C by D minus 1. So I hope that is very simple, you understood that. And when you combine both componendo and dividendo, okay, then we get the numerator as A plus B and the denominator as A minus B. Okay, so we have componendo and dividendo applied. We get A plus B by A minus B equals to C plus D by C minus D. Okay, what is convertendo? Convertendo is just, you can see that A by B equals to C by D, then A is to A minus B equals to C is to C minus D. Now in the denominator part we are just subtracting the denominator from the numerator. Okay, so we are subtracting B from A in the denominator part. Similarly here we are subtracting D from C in the denominator part. Now the last one, and this is one of the important properties, you have 3 ratios, A by B equals to C by D equals to E by F. Not only 3, you can continue with the more terms, more ratios here. So each of these ratios is equal to, when we add the numerators, we get A plus C plus E divided by B plus D plus F. We add the denominators. So each of the ratios, that means A by B equals to this, then C by D equals to the same, and E by F equals to the same. Okay, so some of the numerators or the antecedents, these are called, the first term of a ratio is known as antecedent. Okay, so the first term is antecedent in each of these cases, antecedents, and the second term is known as consequence. Okay, so the consequence of each of the ratio added in the denominator part, and the antecedents of each of the ratio added in the numerator part. So these are the simple properties you are going to remember. Most of the questions will deal with this componendo and dividendo part, and a few questions based on this. And invertendo is very simple, alternendo is also simple. So what is left? Componendo and dividendo, which is combined in this componendo and dividendo part. Okay, now let us see some questions from exercise 7.3. you just need to remember these properties. Okay, so let us see this question. Question number 1 says A, B, C and D are in proportion. Okay, so A is to B is same as C is to D. We have to prove that this condition. Okay, so whatever it is, on the left hand side you can see one of the ratios, that is LA plus MB by LC plus MB. Okay, is equal to LA minus MB by LC minus MB. Okay, now just start with what is given and then we need to prove. So we have a by b equals to c by d. Now the important part is what is required. You need to check it each and every step, then you can proceed with the next step. Okay, so we need LA plus MB. We can see LA minus MB is also there. So if we multiply L by M with both the terms, we get LA by MB equals to LC by MD. Okay, multiplying by L by M. Now next thing is we're going to apply componendo and dividend, because we need LA plus MB and there is also LA minus MB. So we can use componendo and dividendo, so that we can use numerator plus denominator by denominator, numerator minus denominator. Okay, this is componendo and dividendo. Similarly on the right hand side also we get componendo and dividendo. The next step we are taking the alternendo, so that we can get LC plus MD in the denominator, because we need it in the denominator, LC plus MB. So we get what is required. Okay, that's simple. Now in question number 2 we have this. Again we need to prove A by B equals to C by D. So if you see question number 1 and this question, they are simply in the opposite to each other. Okay, now from here you are going back to A by B and C by D. That means you are going to prove that these terms are in proportion. So we can use most of the cases you will get componendo and dividendo. Okay, so whatever you have, this 8a minus 5b by 8c minus 5d. So first of all, if you want to get 8a plus 5b and 8a minus 5b down, 8c plus 5d going up, so you are going to take alternendo. Okay, this part goes to the numerator and this part comes here. So 8a plus 5b, 8a minus 5b. Similarly 8c plus 5d divided by 8c minus 5d. So they are equal. Okay, so taking alternando you get this. Now applying componendo and dividendo, once you have this, you can see that if you apply componendo and dividendo, we can cancel these terms. Okay, some of the terms will be cancelled. 8a plus 5b, numerator plus denominator. So what is the denominator? 8a minus 5b. If you add it, so 5b gets cancelled. Okay, plus 5b minus 5b, plus 8a minus 8a. So if you take componendo and dividendo in such cases, the terms are cancelled. Similarly on the right hand side also, and finally we get A by B equals to C by D. So that is how it is proved. Okay, in this question we have x equals to something like 8a by a plus b, and we have to find the value of this. Okay, here also you need to be careful that what you are going to shift. Like we have x equals to 8a by a plus b, but when we are going to find the value, we need x plus 4a, right? So that is 8a. If we can shift 4a from here to the denominator of x, then we get x by 4a, so that we can use componendo and dividendo to get x plus 4a by x minus 4a. Okay, so that's simple. 8ab, factor of 8ab, we can write it as 4a into 2b. Okay, so we get 4a here down in the denominator part, and here it is 2b by a plus b. So I think you understood that part. And then applying componendo and dividendo, we get x plus 4a by x minus 4a equals to this. So this is the first one, and similarly again we need x plus 4b. Okay, so in the second part we get x and 4b taken down, so what is left on the right hand side? We have 2a by a plus b. Again we take componendo and dividendo, we get the second one, x plus 4b by x minus 4b equals to this. Now we need to add them. Okay, So on adding and simplifying, we get the whole term is equal to 2. Okay, so 2 is the answer for this question. That is the value for the given expression. Okay. Question number 10, we have to find x. Now all these questions are based on the same process, but you need to find out what you are going to shift. Okay, so as you can see here, a plus b by a minus b. So this is like componendo and dividendo. So if I use componendo and dividendo, what we get is one of the terms getting cancelled in numerator and denominator. So whatever you apply on one side, it is to be applied on the right hand side also. So 3 by 1, that is 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1. So finally, after simplifying that, we get this root over 2 minus x by root over 2 plus x equals to 2 by 1. Okay, now you need to find the value of x. We can simply take the square of that, and we get 2 minus x by 2 plus x equals to 4 by 1. And now you can simply calculate x equals to minus 6 by 5. So that was very simple. And this is question number 12. We have this term. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to see what is given and what is required. Okay, so we can easily see that 1 plus x square, and this is 1 minus x plus x square. And on the right hand side we have 1 plus x, 1 minus x. So this 1 minus x goes to the numerator there, and this 1 plus x goes to the denominator here. Okay, so this is multiplied by 1 plus x, and this is multiplied by 1 minus x. And we know that this is some identity, if you remember. We have, you can continue with that, but we have just taken the invertendo for the terms. Okay, we have taken the denominator to the numerator here. So denominator by numerator here also we have taken the invert of that. Okay, so 63 by 62. So it's the same thing. If you take invertendo, this is actually invertendo. So if you compare the terms here, this is a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square is a cube plus b cube. Okay, similarly here we have a cube minus b cube. So a cube plus b cube, we have 63 by 62, a cube minus b cube. Applying componendo and dividendo, what we get? We get x equals to 1 by 5. In this type of questions, again we are going to solve for x, whatever it is given. We'll try to keep all the variables on one side. Okay, as we see a minus x whole cube. If I transfer this a minus x from here, we get a minus x whole power 4. Similarly, we get a plus x going to the denominator, we have a plus x whole power 4, and 16 here we get 1 by 16. Okay, so we get a plus x whole power 4 by a minus x whole power 4 equals to 16. Taking 1/4 on both sides, so this is 2 power 4 and 1/4 on both sides, we get a plus x by a minus x equals to plus minus 2. So since the power is even, we can put plus or minus 2. Okay, like plus 2 square is same as minus 2 square. Similarly, plus 2 power 4 is same as minus 2 power 4. Okay, so when we take a plus x by a minus x equals to plus 2, that is 2 by 1, and applying componendo and dividendo, we get x equals to a by 3. Similarly, when we take -2, that is -2/1, and applying Componendo and Dividendo, we get x equals to 3a. Now we get two values, x equals to a/3 and 3a. So these are the two values for x. And this is the last question from this exercise, question number 19. You have to prove that each of these ratios is equal to the ratio 2/a plus b. Now they are equal to 2/a plus b only when x plus y plus z is not equal to 0. This is what we are going to prove. Okay. As I told you, there was that one last property that where we added the antecedents and the consequence. So this is that one. Okay, so we are going to add all the antecedents here. So if you add x plus y plus z plus z plus x, so you get 2 times x, 2 times y, 2 times z. We can take 2 common. Similarly, we add the consequence, and what we get this. Okay, now after that we can take a plus b common in the denominator, and what is left, x plus y plus z. Now x plus y plus z gets cancelled from the numerator and the denominator, and we get 2/a plus b. That means each of these ratios is equal to this. Okay, 2/a plus b when x plus y plus z is not equal to 0. If it is 0, then you cannot cancel it. It will be 0. The whole thing will be 0. Okay, and you cannot divide a number by 0, and hence all these ratios are equal to, each of them are equal to 2/a plus b when x plus y plus z is not equal to 0, and that is proved. Hence it is proved. So that was all from this chapter, ratio and proportion, and from this exercise 7.3. I hope you all understood this chapter, and if there is any kind of doubt you have, you can let me know in the comment section so that I can help you out. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next class. Bye bye.